Hi, my people. Hi, I'm Monica McLean, and today I'm just sitting here in my office and I was thinking. Actually, I just finished seeing somebody, and it was so interesting because a thought came up, as I'm working, I'm talking to people, and we're talking about like different situations involving their money. One thing that has come up often, not even today or this week, but has come up pretty predominantly throughout my time of practice, is people who often have this second chance, second, third, fourth chance, whatever you want to call it, shot at love, right? Like they've had a previous life, for whatever reason, they were thrown a curveball, whether it be divorce, their spouse passing away. Um, they've been thrown this curveball of, um, you know, that relationship is no longer existent, right? The romantic side of it. And so then they're actually given this second, third, or fourth opportunity to find love again. So I think it's really amazing. And it's interesting because that's a whole different dynamic when it comes to managing your money as a couple, right? Because especially when it comes to divorce, grief or loss, or when someone passes away, it's a little bit different, but it also has its dynamics. But when somebody actually is divorced and they're starting another relationship, sometimes there's other children, other mortgages, other credit cards, other stuff from the past that this current relationship has to hold. So, what do you do, right? How do you manage that as a couple? And, I usually give a couple of pieces of advice. And the main thing is one, communicate, and you have to be transparent. So it's not so much as just communicating, okay, I have this situation. You have to be transparent in the fact that I have this situation and this is what it means. Um, I have this ex wife, and it means I pay $2,000 in alimony every month. So even though, I may be a good income earner, part of my money goes out of the home because I'm still supporting my ex wife. Being very transparent and honest is hard because oftentimes we feel like, okay, is this person still going to love me? Are they still going to want to be with me if I'm totally real, I'm totally open, and I share with them this is what I have going on with me? Um, or will that repel them? Um, it's hard, but it's a must because anything that is held in your shadow or in the dark often always comes to fruition, or it comes to reality one way or another. So the first thing you always want to do is you want to be able to communicate, and you need to be transparent. So these are and I don't want to say liabilities because I don't like to refer to other human beings as liabilities, but these are my past responsibilities, my obligations I have, whether it's alimony, child support, we have debt together that we didn't really clean up. This is what I'm bringing to the table. The second part of that, which is hugely important, and this is how you actually get through it, is being able to look at this is what's going on with this, with my partner, right? And sometimes you just being transparent is like one day in itself, and then after the transparency is done, then you can go to the second step, which is let's figure out what our plan is going to be so we can live the life we want with this extra obligation. A lot of times when that isn't done, a lot of assumptions are made, a lot of problems start to happen, and a lot of resentment starts to build. So when you do not plan, and this kind of planning is different, right? It's like logistical, meaning we're not planning whether we're going to, have a 401k together, whether we're going to buy a house together. We're planning around, this is something you're bringing into our relationship. How are we going to function around it so that we don't have resentment? So that takes a lot. Sometimes it takes a lot of looking at different ways, being very open, right, to the fact that we may have to manage our money in a different way that, you know, we didn't expect to do, right? And but we're open to it because we want to be together and we want this to work. And so through that process, you actually, if you can do it and you can do it in a healthy way, you actually can get to a point to where you and your partner can live the life you guys want and work on the goals financially that you guys have planned. But it all comes from one, you have to communicate. You have to be transparent. And when I mean transparent, meaning see through, being able to be honest, just being able to understand that this is what it is, And once you have that transparency, you've gone through those emotions, then it's time to plan. What is going to be our strategies? What are going to be our tools? What are we going to do to plan around this? And that's how you function. When you brush things under the rug, when you don't really discuss the actual issue, right? And the issue is that I'm feeling resentment because you have $2,000 going out for this other partner or your ex-partner. That's resentment that's building up. And I feel like it's taking away from our household. Instead of looking at it that way, if you're transparent and you communicate about it and you come up with a plan, like, okay, there's nothing we can do, right? Legally, I have to pay this $2,000. And probably morally, depending on what they had going on financially, morally, I may owe this $2,000 to my ex-partner, right? So instead of focusing on the $2,000 that is going out of the household, when you come together as a couple, and this is where the power is, when you can come together as a couple and say, we have this problem, however, we're going to figure out a way together to work around it. That's where the power is. That's how you're able to overcome things. And that's when you're able to manage your money together. So awesome. I'm so glad y'all came to listen to today's vlog. I'm really excited about giving you guys this information. You can go to the website, look through there. There's a lot of free material, free information. Also, I do coaching with couples in this one particular area. So if you are interested, you can always send me a message. You can also just send me a message if you want to just ask me a general question about, how you and your partner are managing or, doing your money together. So I am looking forward to hearing from you guys. This is something I'm very interested in, and it's something I do all the time, and I'm so excited that I'm getting this opportunity to share this information. So until next time, take care.